Alright, so as you can see, I'm in DS testing right now, if you already can't tell. And Facilosuchus buff right here at the bottom where my mouse is, I don't know if you can see it. Playable bonus, Facilosuchus. Region bonus, Shroom Forest. So apparently, how this works is you get a bonus for playing as, the bonus creature. And you get a bonus for being in a specific region. Kind of like how DA had it. So we'll see. My health is kind of bugged out a little bit right now. There we go. Start running over there. Bro couldn't wait to make a stream about it. Hey man, look. Somebody's got to talk about it, okay? Someone's got to talk about it. So I'm going to go ahead and test this on stream just to see what this is all about for anyone who isn't able to play the game right now. But these are some of the DNA changes coming. And Chicken Engineer is live in the Discord right now. He's not live, but he's talking in the Discord right now. So the 100 days, so you can stack maybe you can stack a region bonus plus a playable bonus plus a day bonus. It's up to 100 days. Right now you can see my DNA multiplier is at 0.88 and my playable bonus is Facilosuchus. So 0.88. We move to Shroom Forest and let's see if that number changes. Yep, 1 times 1.09. So this would probably be about 2 times, a little bit over 2 times the DNA. So yeah, this would probably be an additive. I'd assume it might be additive. I don't know exactly how the additional stuff works. You can join DS testing and actually see this for yourself. But I think this is to encourage players. Now, as it currently stands, this is a server-wide basis, so everyone in the server's got the same kind of buff. Which, whilst, like, cool, I guess, I feel like it should be a little bit closer to player-by-player basis. Like, I can understand, like, the region-based bonus to being, like, server-wide. But the playable bonus should be player-wide, at least. Because then everyone's going to play as Facilosuchus and all the Shroom Forest and whatnot. There's probably gonna, not everyone will, but a good amount of people probably will. So they can get the DNA on the side. Now let me see if it works with skins. I'm gonna try out a skin to see if it still considers the skin for Facilosuchus. That's kind of important. I'm sure it will. Dimension Beast. I'm stuck in the ground. Oh my god, I'm lagging. Yep, I still get the playable bonus by playing Dimension Beast. Why am I lagging so hard? Is there a reason for it? Oh. I think I figured out why. Oh, okay, so new playable bonus is Guanalong. And the new region is Desert. Oh my god, is Dimension Beast just lagging? Or am I lagging? What is this? You guys see this? Alright, so it's Guanalong. Guan. I think I spelled it right. Yeah, Guan. Rake Babies Limited. It's crazy. Oh, is everything limited again? Oh yeah, it looks like things are limited again. I added a 5 growth rate playable bonus. So, let's see, DNA multiplier is 15. Holy crap. I guess it scales with the size of the creature. Is that what it is? So let me run to the desert real quick. Because right now it's 15 for playing Guanalong, which is insane. That's a lot. 18.75 multiplier. So I don't know how much Guanalong gets. What's Guanalong's growth rate? I don't know what Guanalong's growth rate is. I'm gonna go to the menu and check what Guanalong's growth rate is. I forget you can't make nests. Not yet, at least. Why is my pack yellow? It's so gross. Alright, so if it'll take a second. Sorry, I'm doing something. Oop. Okay. So, Guanalong is a 0.3 growth multiplier. Jesus. That is absolutely nothing. That is literally nothing. It's got no growth rate. But, so that makes sense. So I think it scales off of how much DNA gets per day. Because Guanalong has like literally no DNA gain, so... And Facilosuchus, well, it's not a lot. It's definitely more than 0.3. God, that thing... good amount of range, I guess. Maybe. It's kind of small, so it probably doesn't have that good of a range. Ow. Just got totally bit by chicken. He just bit me. Let's see. I think it'll tell me whenever I get DNA. If I have the equation, let me see if I can find the equation. I know I wrote it down somewhere. Ripper right here. Let's see. God, Discord updates suck so much. Oh my god, that lightning was so loud. Alright, so... let's see. Trying to figure out the equation. I have it somewhere. It's like 3.5 times 60 times the growth rate, I think, something like that. old rake, baby. Classic rake, baby. Oh, it's 25 now. What the hell? It went up. Why did it go up? My day is doing alright, although I'm getting jumped, I think, a little bit. Just turn off the volume, because, you're gonna copyright strike me if I do. If I don't. Alright, there we go. Some fun music for you guys. It's very mid music, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So, let's see. Okay, so the growth rate is times 25 days plus 75 days times what? That's not what I'm talking about. Oh, so the new formula is growth rate times 25 days plus 75 days. I mean the old one. Okay, so 244 DNA for growing. My multiplier hasn't changed from 25. So currently I'm at 3638. I'm gonna heal myself though. I'm dying. Dying slowly but surely. Let me find some food. I have to leave the desert. Okay, so where's... the water still counts as desert. Still... okay, now I'm out of desert. When you see the title, that's when you're in a new region. So let's see. Let me get some food for my going along. Try and finesse some food from this. God, this thing has so much health. Is there new reruns here? No, not yet. I might as well get fish at this rate, dude. Holy crap. Sauropod got too much health. Alright, let's see. Hi, this is this original. This, I mean, it's DS testing, so it's still under Unhatched Games, but it's the testing game. And the water's flooding. That's awesome. Hopefully, I can actually survive my way down there. Oh god. Why are the fish going? Dude, the fish are like going away as soon as I reach them. I think my attack thing is getting in the way. Can I land on the fish, please? God, this takes a lot more skill than the old way of doing it. Okay, we go. Out of drowning. Whew. So how do you get SDNA? So the way you get SDNA is there's a conversion system in the menu where you convert glass skins and other tradable skins to the SDNA currency. As it currently stands, glass skins go for about 20 DNA, which is a bit much. It's a bit much for that, because Apex is supposed to be like 250, so that means like, I don't know, 5 or 10 glass skins will get you enough. Well, maybe a little bit more, 5 or 10, but not that many glass skins will get you Apex. So we'll have to see how that affects trading. Honestly, I think it probably needs, either Apex needs to be worth more, or glasses need to be worth less. Because people have been gathering up a lot of glasses. So, we'll see. Yeah, apparently it's one glass. One glass is equal to 20 SDNA. Right now, I have about 100 SDNA, and I only traded in 5 glass skins for it. So, as it currently stands. Okay, so, oh my god, wait, why did it go up again? If my DNA multiplier went, oh, I guess it's the day, it's the days as well. So it's, yeah, it's the days as well that it stack with it. Okay, let's see. Alright, let's see. I don't know what 0.3 DNA gets per day. Let's see, Argent is 4, which gets 100. So let me see if I can do this right. Doing a lot of math right now. So 100 divided by 4 is 25. 75 divided by 3 is 25. So 0.3 times 25 is 7.5 DNA per day. So this thing gets 7.5 DNA per day. So the equation is, so, oops, that is not exactly what I wanted to do. Equals per hour. So 7.5. That is going alongs right now. So going along before the DNA changes is 60 divided by 3.5 times 7.5 is 128 DNA per day. Right now, or per hour, which is awful. Now if we multiply that by 37.5, that is 4,000 DNA per hour. At least based on this. So right now, as going along, I'm able to get a lot of DNA, like a lot. Let's see, even if it was 7.5 times 37.5, that's 281 DNA a day. That is a lot of DNA. That is a lot of DNA. 4,000. That's so 4,000 per hour. And if we do 4,000 times, let's say 4,000 times, let's say you play for 6 hours times 6, 2,000 or 24,000 DNA in 4 hours. Now, if you were to play all day with all, and these bonuses change every 2 hours, so you'd only be able to get the benefit for 2 hours. So even 4,000 DNA times 2, that's 8,000 DNA. 8,000 DNA in 2 hours is playing as Guanalong. You guys think this is incentive enough? How to make multi go up? This is in DS testing, so this isn't in the current game yet. So theoretically, if it changes every 2 hours, you should be able to get a crap ton. And it seems like I don't know if it scales off of days, but this number is a lot higher than it was for Facilisukis, because Facilisukis was 1.7 earlier was like the multiplier. So the multiplier changes, I think, per creature. It scales with the creature's like size. So something with higher growth rate, like let's say a Barrow is like the one of the day, or an Argent is one of the day. I think the multiplier would be like 0.5 at max. Like you get 0.5 more DNA. I would think. Because I think it scales off of growth multiplier. So small things get more DNA. What scales off of days? So like you see I have 6 days. If I had no days on here, this would be times 30. So you get a multiplier based on how many days on you have on your creature, multiplied by like up to 100 for a public server. So if there's 100 people in a public server of mine, or not 100, sorry, 100 days on my creature, if there's 100 days, I get more DNA. If there's the maximum number of people in my server, I also get more DNA. It's based off of player count, creature, region. See, so I earned 38 DNA. 38 DNA. So if I earn 38 DNA, so that, let's see, let's do 60 divided by 3.5 times 38. Wait. 60 divided by 3.5 times 38. Okay, so as it currently stands with this, it seems like I'm getting 600 DNA per hour. So it's about half of Barrow. I'm playing something that is half the size of Barrow, essentially, which I'm not. This thing has a 0.3 growth multiplier. It'd be like if I was playing something with a 1.5 as it currently stands, because I have a 43 times multiplier with this. So, and it scales more. I don't know how much it scales up to. I don't know exactly. Someone told me the equation. So it's let's see. So here's the equation that Chicken gave. So it's growth rate, which is 0.3 times 25 days plus 75, and then times per player. Well, no, actually, hold on, because this parentheses PEMDAS. I'm going back in time for this. Right? Hold on, let me look at what he said exactly. So it's 25. I need my scientific calculator for this. Alright, let me do the Google. Let me go to Google Math, Google Calculator. So if it's 0.3 times 25 plus 75. Wait, no. 75 times, and I think it's up to 16 players. So at maximum, I'd get 1.2k. Wait, is that? Hold on. Is that? So if I got 100 days, if I had 100 days on my going along, I'd get 1,000 per. I'm trying to figure out what this. I think this equation is per hour. We get 1.2, which is what Barrow used to get. So it'd essentially be playing as a sauropod using going along with the right region, or it'd be the playable plus the region plus 100 days plus the maximum amount of people on the server would stack up to about a Barrow, about Barrow's growth, which I know sounds like a lot to some people, but like, yes, the more DNA the more days you have, the more DNA you get. So let's see. Let me feed my going along. As it currently stands, I'll be getting less because I'm not in the same area. I feel like the creature should stay the same for like that hour long or the 2 hour period, but I feel like the region should change like every 30 minutes or so you're not stuck in one place. I think those should go separately, because I think they need to be separate. Like, creature should vary from player to player, and then a region should change every 30 minutes. So 2 hours for one creature, and then 30 minutes per region. I don't know how difficult that would be if it was possible, but yeah, no, AV will be a lot easier to get. Cause okay, so let's see, let's do the growth rate. So it would be, so let's see, with a growth rate of 4 times 25 days plus 75 times, let's say, max number of players. So let's say you're playing as an Argent with 100 days and a full server of players. Very dangerous to do, mind you, so hopefully you'd have a pack. So if you do all of that with this update, theoretically, like, because the Argent wouldn't be like the main staple, so that would be 1.3. So is that additive on top of the already 1. Huh. It's 1.3. Because your growth rate would get you about 2,000, so you'd add, I would assume, 2,000 to that. So it'd give you 3.3. So it's, we have the actual equation, which is 60 divided by 3.5. Margin has like 2,000 days, so that would be a lot of DNA. Yeah, it would be a lot of DNA. Because if you had 3.3k, so 200k divided by 3,000, or yeah, 3,300. That would take you about 60 hours to get that. 60 hours. That is like even less DNA even less time than usual, because it was like 140, I think. Yes, because 60 hours, that's like maybe 3 days, maybe 2 or 3 days, right? I think it's yeah, that's like barely over 2 days. Yes, I'm in testing. This is DS testing. That is like absolutely nothing. Right, and I got my bonus. Now that I'm at 9 days, it's 56 times DNA for me. You can barely hear me? How low is my mic? I feel like my mic's pretty loud. Private servers only scale up to 25 days. So after 25 days, no more buff. You get no more buff, and you don't get the player count buff. So it only goes up to 25 days, and then only to, that's it. You get 25 days extra. You still get the region buffs and the playable buff, but you wouldn't be using the playable buff. You'd just probably be rotating around the map every 2 hours for the region. So you would still get, if you were moving around the map constantly wherever the region told you, you'd still get a buff, and you'd already have the 25 days because you'd be playing Argent. Of course, you'd have the 25 days. So you'd still get more DNA. Guanalong, right now, Guanalong is the playable bonus. As you can see underneath where it says Elder, it's the playable bonus creature. So every so often, the playable bonus will change what creature it is, which would be really great just to make people swap off of hybrids. You'll DNA farm with different creatures. Now with these changes, I can't guarantee that prices won't increase even just a little bit, because this will make it to where DNA will be a hell of a lot easier to get. Because like I said, if my calculations are right, stacking the bonuses on like something like a Guanalong, like Guanalong has a 0.3, it'll make it to where it becomes a 3 times multiplier, which will give you Barrow's DNA gain per hour. So it'd be like you're playing as a Barrow as a Guanalong, which isn't necessarily bad. I mean, people AFK farm all day anyways as Argent, so. And I'm hoping, and I'm thinking it scales with your growth rate. So smaller things get a better buff than bigger things. So like the Facilissuchus only got like a, what was it, like a 0.1, which would be like 2 times the DNA when it was a baby. And this thing when it was a baby had like times 25. So it's going to scale off of your growth rate. A summary of the updates. So there's no update right now, but essentially it's the DNA changes are, you get there's a DNA change to the playable. You get a playable bonus, right? Like that's why I'm playing this Guanalong. And then on top of that, you get a multiplier based on the number of days and the region that you're in. And then on top of that, the day buff scales with player buff as well. So if there's, you know, max number of players, there is 100 days on your creature, you get the maximum amount of DNA. So there will be a new DNA meta of how to farm, depending on how this scales properly. Because I wouldn't necessarily like want to outclass like Argent's farm, but maybe like change to where you don't have to Argent farm, but you can just play as other stuff. Now this will make it to where people won't want to fight as much, which like is a negative and is a positive. It'll also give you a reason to grow stuff, because I think that you'll get I think he said something about a 2 times growth rate, so the playable bonus will make you grow faster. So now we don't have, this is all in testing, so this is subject to change. So we will have to see, and I'm sure I've said a few wrong things. We'll have to see in the future about it completely. But as it currently stands, it seems like you'll be able to get at least around Barrow's like DNA gain. And I don't know how the scaling works for growth rate. What I'm gonna assume is that it's like a linear, like, but it's like a graph that goes like you get more DNA for playing as something like a Guanalong with a 0.3, and you get way less extra DNA for playing as something as Argent, to like kind of sway you away from the large sauropod farming method. Like, because they don't want you to not play the large sauropods, but they want there to be an alternative to it that's actually like feasible and actually like somewhat engaging. It's not like the regions are small, because desert region, like this is all desert right here. The region doesn't change until you see the name change. So I could walk all the way over here. This is also probably to get people out of just sitting in mid forever. All the way over here, it's still desert region. And now I got 62.5 DNA multiplier. Over by the waterfall. Still good. It's per server basis. So if I wanted to switch servers, because let's say if I was tired of playing as going along, I could just swap servers and see what the next one was. So let's see. I think my Barrow's grown in this. Hopefully I don't get like jumped immediately. My Barrow has a 3 times growth. So right now I have 6 times. Is it 6 times? Oh my god, why is it so hard for me to move? I'm gonna drown. This water does not like me. There we go. I think I was glitching out. God, I'm so fat. Water's like dragging me down. See some like Barrow. I know Barrow ain't the farmer anymore, but I don't think I'm an Argent grown. So right now I got a 6 times multiplier, which I don't. If that's 6 times 3 times growth multiplier, that would be 1,200, which would be the per hour basis, or I guess it would be 75 times 6, which would be 450 per day, which is insane because that would be, you know, times an hour. Let's see, so it'd be 60 divided by 3.5 times 450, which would be 7,000 per hour. 7,000 DNA per hour, based, I'm assuming, on the number of players. And I'm going to the desert right now, so we'll see how that scales. If that scales, I don't, because that might be a misleading number. So once it says we get into the desert region, desert, yeah, 7.5. Okay, so 7.5. So 1,200. So it'd be 1,200 times 7.5 would be 9,000 DNA per hour. 9,000. Do you know how insane that is? 9,000 DNA per hour, and this is on Barrow. This is nothing. So 200,000 divided by 9,000 would be 22 hours. This means AV, if you farm with Barrow with this method, takes less than a day to get. You can if you actively farm for 22 hours, you can get AV in less than a day. Less than a day. It's insane. That is insane. You kids will never understand what it's like for us playing back in the day. It took you guys 2 days to get it, man. Back in my day, it took me 6 days. 6 days straight of farming. Still wasn't that bad, but less than a day if you know how to farm correctly. That is insane. That is incredible. If you can get 200 DNA in a singular day, 200,000 DNA. That is crazy. That is insane. I don't know if that's exactly how this works. I'm just assuming how that works. But that's insane if that's how that works. The DNA multiplier is kind of like, yeah. New hybrids will not go limited. Yeah, he's trying to make it similar to the Dinosaur Arcade one, but less like abusable. They don't want people to abuse it. You've survived another day, 8 DNA. It's glitched out because I have 2 days on my Barrow right now. Cause it's a DS testing, so sometimes things will just be elder for some reason. Oh, and now that I have 3 days, so it scales with days. So I have an 11 times. So is it a maximum of like 40? Like is it going along? Because if it's 40 on, if it goes higher than this, that's 1,200 times 11, and then so that's 13K. So 200,000 divided by 13,000 would be 15 hours. It'd be even less time to get Evanicus. I highly doubt that multiplier is actually really what it is. But we don't know. Well, I'll have to get more information on it. Because let's see. The equation that was given by Chicken was growth rate times 25 days. So like I said, 3 times 25. I already said this earlier. So let's see. 3 times 25 plus 75 times, and the number of days to 100 would be, or no, it's per player, so it'd be 16, I think is the max player count. It'd be 1275. I can't tell how much more it's gonna be. So 1275, is that more? Because let's see, if that's a per hour basis, so 1275. So the other equation is 60 divided by 3.5 times then the DNA per day per hour, which is 75. Or no, it's DNA per day, sorry. Which would be 1285. So there's no way it's less than. That's probably an additive, so it'll probably be at most, I'm hoping that it's actually this number, which would be 2.4K. 2.4K. So is that just the player multiplier and the day multiplier? Because region multiplier is this okay? So I'm so confused, honest to God. All this is really confusing to figure out how in the world this works. We'll probably have to give Chicken some more time to figure out what this means. I survived another day, got 12 DNA as Elder Barrow. Hopefully there's a cap to how much DNA you can get. Because as cool as it would be for AV to get 2 DNA per day, or sorry, to be able to get AV in 2 days, I feel like that's a little bit too powerful. Like I said, giant sauropods like Barrow should probably be scaled down a little bit more. But I don't know how it's going to work. And I'll swap to... I can't even play as Apex Hothead anymore, can I? I have Apex Hothead, or had it. So it's 500 now. That's weird. I can just toggle that screen off. That's funny. I can play Evanicus though, just to... see... Oh my god, 54 times. 54. Okay, I'll get my Evanicus over to the desert region. We'll see how much I get in a day. If it's genuinely multiplied, because Evanicus has, I think, a 1.3 growth multiplier. And we'll see how much DNA Evanicus gets within, you know, one singular day. So right now I'm at 52 times. Oh, now I'm at 50. Why did it go down? What in the world? 63. Look at that. 63. $65? Wait, why is it going up? Oh, is the player count is going up? Or is the I guess some of the players left. And then some more joined, so 60. So so I think the DNA multiplier goes up to 100 based on number of days and number of players. So it goes, I think the maximum DNA multiplier is 100. I think. I want to say the max is 100. So if it's so it's 60 divided by 3.5. How much DNA is Evanicus getting in a day? Let's see. 1.5 is half of Barrow, which is 75. So I think it's 1.3 times 25. So it gets 32 DNA per day. Evanicus gets 32 DNA per day. So 32. All right, let's see. 3.5. 60 divided by 3.5 times 32. It's 500. Evanicus gets about 550 DNA. And then multiply that currently by 63. So times 63. 540 times 63, theoretically. Holy crap. There's no way that's right. Hold on, wait. Let me do 550. Is it? Yeah, okay. No, that can't be right. Maybe it's 32 times 63. It's 2,000. That's... I don't know what times 63 means. What I'm multiplying 63 by. There's no way it can be what it says it is. We'll have to see once I hit another day. Alright, let's see. I'm trying to see if I can get a... It's every 3.5 minutes, so it should be soon. Evanicus is hungry, that is true. That Kamara is jumping really high. $65. So yeah, so okay, so wait, so it's doubled right now? I get double DNA? How does this multiplier work? So that's 60. That's still like almost double. So that'd be 3.5, or no, 60 divided by 3.5 times 60 is 270. 270 DNA per hour? Right? Is that? So 270 DNA per hour. Allegedly. I think I'm doing that equation right. Sorry, math is not my strong suit. So let's see. 60 divided by 3.5 times... So first one is 32. 32 is the regular. Would give me 548. And then 60 divided by 3.5 times 60. Okay, so 1,000 DNA. So Evanicus, as it currently stands, I'd get 1,000 DNA per hour. Which, I'm not gonna lie, as an Evanicus main, that doesn't sound that bad. 1,000 DNA an hour, that's 200 less than Barrow. That is literally just 200 less than Barrow. That's not bad. That would be a great incentive for me to play as what I want, because... And play in the region, because it's based on, you know, the region I'm in. I currently don't have 100 days on anything, I don't think. So it seems like... I still don't actually understand how this scaling works, even with all the equations I've gotten together. Hey, you're getting a little too comfortable right there, Violex. I don't really like you. go ahead and run up this wall. Then like that. Okay. So let's see. So the equation is growth rate times 20. I don't understand what that equation is. So growth rate is 1.3 for Evanicus. And then times 25 days. Times 25. Am I supposed to input how much DNA I'd get in 25 days, or is that just 1.3 times 25 plus 75, or no, it's multiplied by 75. Whoops. Times number of players, which would be 16. Hold on, did I put that in right? I don't think I did. I think I messed it up again. No, it's plus. That's why, yeah, it was plus initially. 1.3 times 25 plus 75 times 16, which would be 1232. So max 1232. So that would be a little bit less than Barrow is what the would be. How much DNA you'd get? You'd get 1.2k DNA per hour with this system, theoretically, which is about close to where I'm already at. So it seems like I'd get, yeah, so let's see, 1 point, gotta figure out, so I'd have to get around about 70 DNA, maybe? Get 70 DNA with Evanicus with this method. It's so far what I think it is. I don't know if like everything would scale up to around Barrow. It looks like they might, but I'm not actually sure. It's very confusing, I'm not gonna lie. This is all desert. This entire region over here is desert. Oh, that's a player. Whoops, my bad. Didn't mean to do that. Thought you were an AI. My bad, player. But yeah, seems like that's what's going on. So I'm assuming that creatures are just supposed to, like, this is like a way to like make all the creatures like DNA gain similar, but also not like screw over people who enjoy AFK farming. It's just to make, you know, old playables like actually good. But yeah, I think that's all that I have figured out as it currently stands. But anyways, guys, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.